Opera is everything. Opera is drama. Opera is the voice. It's the orchestra. It's the sets and costume, the art. It encompasses all of the arts.
Ellie quite often is referred to as the First Lady of Opera in Denver, and she rightly deserves that title.
And it's only fair to say that there were a couple of dozen people as committed to Opera Colorado as Ellie has been, but nobody who really shifted the sands quite so much.
She was there when the first conversations about creating a Grand Opera Colorado in downtown Denver happened with Nat Merrill, our founder. And to see her being involved in that day in and day out for now 31 years of our history is extraordinary.
I'd played the piano and sung in the church choir, but I never had a big interest in it until I went to the University of Colorado and took a class called Opera as Drama, and it changed my life.
She studied singing it, she studied conducting it, and she truly fell in love with opera. She just couldn't quit.
I'm a butterfly person, as you might see. And when someone asked Lincoln Brower what would happen if we lost the monarch butterfly, and he said, what would happen if we lost Mozart? And I think that's something to ponder.
It's amazing to find somebody who has such a passionate drive for opera, but also has a passion for the community. And I think what makes Ellie special is that those two things intersect in such an amazing way.
Why is it important to bring the arts to the community? It shows us who we are and who we aspire to be.
I think the important part of Ellie and her commitment is her understanding of why it's important to have great arts institutions in Denver.
Having come from the East, I would say what I found and continue to find about Denver and the arts is how open, accessible, how easy it is to find something that you're interested in. Having this opera house here has done a great deal for Denver and for Colorado. And as I've said, for which I take no credit, I suppose I've spent a lot of time, and they say 50% of life is just showing up, and I've been showing up for over 30 years. And what I think it's done, having the renovation, has given a tremendous boost to this whole performing arts complex and this whole arts district downtown in Denver.
And I think the generosity of her husband and family in committing this hall to opera was just a wonderful thing for Denver.
It felt weird and wonderful to have this opera house named for me. George knew I loved opera. When people asked him if he liked opera, he said only slightly better than a root canal. But he loved me, and he loved Denver. Denver had been very good to him. George said that when he gave his gift to the city for this opera house, he said, at least it'll keep her out of the bars. Well, that's true. It certainly has kept me out of the bars.
Not everybody knows about her flying, but she has flown this little Cessna for years and years. And it's not a fancy plane, it's just a nice old rinky-dink Cessna, and off she goes.
Now that we have a Trader Joe's here in Denver, I can confess that I used to fly my little 172 to Santa Fe, I'd tell people I was going on opera business, but the truth was I was going to Trader Joe's. I suppose another thing that might shock people is I have a tattoo of a monarch butterfly.
She's also been very involved in the Metropolitan Opera Young Artist Program and helping to foster and find new talent.
I would say to young artists, you've chosen one of the toughest professions. More power to you. The chance of success is not great, but if you love it, and you must love it with all your heart and soul, then you have to go for it. What I hope my legacy would be is my gratitude to my family for making this place possible that has made such a difference, not only to me, but to the whole community.